So this is Louis. I don't want to spend all day on this, and I apologize that, again, this isn't the video that I promised. I gotta finish the report, and I'll be working on that script, and hopefully I get it done today. Can't guarantee that I get it recorded, but I wanted to talk about this, and this is going to be just kind of a temporary upload until I actually get to the BioWare video where I will include this. I won't spend as much time as I will here on this, but if you aren't aware, and I'm sure most of you aren't, the BioWare forums are being shut down, and I want you to think about this. I want you to think about the fact that the forums are being shut down prior to Mass Effect Andromeda coming out. And I'm talking, I'd have to look up the release date for this game because I'm just unaware of it. But, as far as I know, it's not, close. It's pretty far away. And so I want you to think about this. I want you to think about, because there's been other games where their forums have been shut down. There's been, MMOs and shit that have shut down and all that. You've never had the situation where you've had a game down the pipeline. Mass Effect Andromeda is supposed to be, the next big fucking thing for BioWare. And there's those 2 Dragon Age games that are allegedly in development. And it's like, you just look at this and you say, okay, let's be fair. How long? How long until they shut down the forums entirely? Less than a month. August 26th of 2016. Less than a month away before they shut the entire fucking thing down. Okay, I want you to consider this. I want you to understand when I say that this company, BioWare Edmonton specifically, is going to be gone, completely scuttled, just done. Everyone gets laid off. That is going to happen before the end of 2017. I would bet money on it. Take every penny in my savings account, put it on fucking this company being gone by the end of 2017. And I guarantee I will make my fucking money back. This company is done. They are done. All of the signs of, how this is happening and what they're doing to prep this. Because I've been in this situation before. I've worked at a company, or at least I worked at the building. I was a guard there when they laid everyone off. Everyone. Okay, I was there when it happened, and I saw the preparation for it. I knew that it was coming. And the employees, they all knew it too. They all knew before they announced anything that there was a layoff about to happen. They just didn't know how bad it would be. And I'm telling you now, they will shut down the entire Edmonton office. They will lay off fucking everyone. Yeah, they're going to bring back some fucking voice actors and some fucking freelance contractors and all that shit for other projects. But Maxis was operating on a profit. The Sims 4 didn't do great, but it made money. And they still shut that motherfucker down. So when you look at this, where the Austin office of BioWare, which operates SWTOR, Star Wars: The Old Republic, which it's its own entity. It is completely controlled by EA, and that's why it's making any fucking money whatsoever. Which it is making money, but it's slowly losing any at all population. Star Wars: The Old Republic is, at one point in time, going to become a loss for EA. And once that happens, it's gone, because it's already free to play. They've already done as much as they can to monetize this game. It is eventually going to lose its population, and when that happens, the Austin office of BioWare is gone completely. So as of right now, that's not an issue for EA, okay? Star Wars: The Old Republic and the Austin office, it's making money, but eventually it won't be. In the Edmonton office, they haven't made any fucking money on any of these fucking games in years. They haven't made any fucking money. And you know what? You want to know how I know that? You want to know how I know that this is what's going to happen? It's not just the fact that they're going to close this fucking forum within a month's time, which is, it is ironclad fucking evidence that, you only do this when you're prepping a company to close. You only shut down a forum when you're going to scuttle the whole fucking thing. That's the only reason this kind of shit happens. You're prepping for a larger shutdown, and it's going to be the Edmonton office. It's going to be all of BioWare. Maybe I'll explain the difference between the Austin office and the Edmonton office, but I'm telling you, the Austin office is not BioWare. It is EA. It has the logo, but the 2 teams, the Edmonton office and the Austin office, they don't, intermingle. They're completely separate teams entirely. And they didn't have to do that, but they did it because I'm telling you, EA knew this was going to happen, or they knew that this was going to be a risk. That if they continued on with BioWare, that they would be risking the entire company, and that's what's happening. BioWare is going to shut down. And so what's, some more evidence of this that I could point out to? Well, back in the day, back when fucking Mass Effect and Dragon Age were at their height, when they were, the most popular that they ever were. And Dragon Age, 1/100th of Mass Effect in terms of popularity, for fucking sure. There's a lot of people that talk about how, Dragon Age Origins is this great game, but it's like this mythos. It's this like, yeah, it's a great game. I don't like Dragon Age and I don't play it, but, the first game was a good game. And it's like, well, that's not a fan base. That's not people that are going to go out and buy shit. And that's what I'm talking about here. Because the way that you know the difference between an intellectual property that's growing or dying, or at least stagnating, is merchandise. Do you make money on merchandise? Is there an expanded universe? So Star Wars, you got fucking games out the ass. You got, whether it's, back in the day, Knights of the Old Republic, you have SWTOR, you have, Battlefield, which, whatever. You have other properties that are based on the foundation of the original movies. George Lucas, all that. You got books out the ass. You got trinkets, toys, bullshit. You have posters, you have, cosplay constantly at every fucking convention and all that shit. You have money coming in, you have money just to grow and take risks and try to expand your fan base. With Star Wars, they don't need to do shit. It is a cultural icon in America. They're making money hand over fist when it comes to Star Wars. And that's how EA can make money on Star Wars The Old Republic, is that it is Star Wars. That's how they're making money. That's why I bought the fucking thing. So I'm sure many people bought it. It wasn't BioWare, it was Star Wars. That's why people bought it. It's the franchise, it's not the fucking company. So when you look at Dragon Age and Mass Effect, what do you see? You see, at one point in time, a series of lithographs that aren't happening anymore. At one point in time, you see the trinkets, you see the bullshit, you see the different, items that you could buy from, a third-party store that was, licensed through BioWare. Treehouse, to be exact. That's gone. It's still there, technically, but they're not putting, new shirts in the store. They're not investing in it. They're not doing anything with it. It's just what's there already. And they're not creating things for people to buy that could come out at, at any kind of end for them when it's a risk, like lithographs would be. Or, and here's the big part, books, comics, lithographs, things that, anime, like they tried with Mass Effect, like they tried with Dragon Age. They didn't make any fucking money and nobody bought. I bought them because I'm a moron, but no one else bought these things, okay? So when you stop making those things, when you stop making the anime, when you stop making the books, when you stop making the lithographs, and then it goes as far as to you stop making the shirts, you stop making the trinkets, you stop, there's no reason to have a store because you're not selling any of that merchandise. Well, then you move to, you don't need a forums because no one's talking about your IP. No one cares about your IP. There's no reason to have someone monitoring any of this shit when no one's posting. So if no one's posting and there's no buzz about a game that's literally supposed to come out, there's no buzz for Mass Effect Andromeda. No one fucking cares. The people in the press may care. No one else fucking cares. So when you have no merchandise, you have no hype, you have no buzz, you have no expanded franchise, you have no you don't have books, you don't have comics, you don't have any of that shit, well then you don't have a company. You have no fucking income. You have nothing. It has been written on the wall. It has been chiseled into the fucking wall. This company is going to close. It is going to be gone. And I'm telling you, by the end of next year, this company will be closed. Everyone will be laid off, and fucking, they'll do what they did with Maxis when it comes to SWTOR. They will make the Austin office part of EA. It'll be called EA. It'll be brought into EA. They'll, the SWTOR, as it continues to exist, will be an EA property rather than a BioWare property, and that'll be it for BioWare. And they're what are they gonna do with these fucking IPs? They're 2 fucking IPs. They're not making any more fucking Star Wars games. They're gonna have fucking, if they make another Knights of the Old Republic or whatever, it's gonna be done by like DICE or somebody. It's not gonna be BioWare. And the properties they already do have that they're known for, Dragon Age. Well, what Dragon Age team? They all left. The guy that wrote it all left. The people that wrote some of the side shit, they left. They've had to be replaced. The people that were at the top, the fucking producers and shit, the administrators, they're gone. They left. They fucking left in droves right after the release of Dragon Age 3. They all left. So there's no one working on any Dragon Age games. They're all gone. So there is no 2 IPs in the works like they lied about. That franchise is done. That IP is dead. And on Mass Effect, well, what is Andromeda going to do? They got fucking I'll get into it when I do the video, but they got that fucking crazy chick from that one video where she's complaining about, like, rape mods in Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PlayStation 3. They hired her as a writer. The company's done. It's over with. So I'll just leave it at that. This is just food for thought, and I apologize again for, this not being the videos that I need to get to, but, I want people to understand that this company is done. And I'm not just saying this out of, animus or, the desire to see this company closed. I was a hardcore fan of this company and their franchises. I was a hardcore, ardent fucking fan. And I'm not saying this from any point to say, rub their nose in the fact that they fucking destroyed their own company. That isn't my point. It's just to point out the fact that where they used to be, where they were with Mass Effect 2, and how big that was for them, they completely squandered it, and it did so in a way that is unfucking real. And that's why people want to see that video by me, because they know it. They know that this is a story of a fucking lifetime. I mean, sure, you're going to have, like, the random Japanese companies, Konami and fucking whatever, that did, stupid shit. It is unlike what BioWare did. It is an unreal fucking legacy that they're going to leave behind, because they're going to be done. But, I'll leave it there. Comment however you wish to.